Is a tutorial. By no means am I a master monk of Perl, but there's a function that I was looking to explore before I could really move on to some greater tasks, which by no means is this a great task, but I think it could be useful to some, whatever the case may be. So I want to show a socket, basically communication between one entity to another, or a client to a server. It's very simple. Hopefully we can explore this further together in the future, but in the meantime, let us begin. We'll start with what we first programmed, that being the server. Here's the server. Use IO socket to find my socket. My sock is essentially the IP address of this machine, which I found through going to network preferences. Local port I determined. As long as no other application is using it, I can define it whatever I want. We're using TCP connection. It's going to listen for one, and we have one connection. And if none of this is able to successfully connect, it's going to die. Whoa! Gosh, I hope not. And it will display could not create socket if that's the case. Now let's get to the fun part. Creating the client. Use IO socket, defining my sock. Peer address, the one we're connecting to. Peer port, here we are. We're going to use TCP connection, and if we can't, unfortunately this program will be subject to death. After a connection is made, we're going to see a word, a comment, a line printed, if you will. Hello there. Friend. And then it's going to close. Without further ado, let's get started here. We got the terminal over here for the server side. Gonna have to change directory to the desktop because that's where the files are stored. I don't know if you can see them. Well, I know you can't see them, but you know, there's one. It's saved as a TXT. So if you go to your text editor, you make sure that the rich format is turned off. Here's the server, and I just showed you the client. They're saved on the desktop. I'm going to have to open one terminal, and then I'm going to open another. One for the server, one for the client. You can imagine we're acting as two parties right now, so I have to do it. Changing to the desktop. Alrighty. So let's get started. Let's run with the server. I'm going to run a Perl program, and it's called test.txt. This is our server. She's running, she's waiting. Going over here now, running another Perl program. This is Mac Perl. You can also run this in Windows or on another Unix system. I just like the Mac Perl because it's embedded into Macintosh operating system regardless. Okay, so we ran test.txt, now we're running test.t.txt. Boom! Look there, hello friend. It comes through on our server, and she's finished. And with that being the case, I am finished with this. This is step one to hopefully a long journey. If they'll let me stay, that's for sure, ladies and gentlemen. We are in for a treat here, hopefully. Hopefully we can do quite a bit. Thank you for joining me. If you have any email questions, comments, concerns, jshelton, JSHELTON 31 @gmail.com. Again, I do not know much, but what I do know I'm willing to share with you. As we've seen, we're just getting started here with socket communications, basic networking. That's what we're getting started with. Should be a fun journey. Thanks for joining me. Goodbye.